I was giving everything to them because the way I lead is my leadership style is to make you better. That's all it is. I could care less if you go to another job. If I made you a little better, then I have done my job, right? That's how I live with it. But I showed up every day, despite all the backstabbing, the lies, every good leader knows when to leave. And usually that's when you're unable to lead or you're unable to follow. False allegations, the sexual connotations. Who does that to an employee? Like, you are sexually harassing people. Do you know that? Do you know that it is sexual harassment to make sexual jokes to an employee? You do now. That's a good thing. So they just didn't know that I had done so much to keep them in a good spot. I wasn't doing it for that board. My employees know, my former employees, they know it had nothing to do with that board. It had to do with my employees and the people that were members of that union. That was why I was there, because those boards, not all of them. There's some really good folks that were on that board. But unfortunately, just like any nonprofit board, you can have the cream of the crop. But when you have these toxic, self-serving, I'm only here to get ahead, and a big cash grab, when you got them people on a board, man, they will sink a ship faster than nobody's business. If you're a board member and you got other board members with you that you know, not that you assume, don't make assumptions like that, because assumptions can hurt somebody, like they did with me. But if you know someone's ethically bankrupt, morally corrupt, and lacks integrity, it is your job to get them out of your mission, to get them away from the organization, because they are doing nothing but harming the mission. And that harm goes deep and it goes long. You know what I mean? Surely a labor union wouldn't encourage people to gang stalk one of their employees. Keep my name out your mouth from now on. These clowns didn't even realize that I was saving them money, getting money that was being hidden. I made them right with the state because they were in non-compliance all the time. And for them, their approach was, no one's gonna find out. I left because I got tired of trying to teach grown men and women how to be ethical, how to have morals, how to actually run a business that's successful for the people who pay for the business. I got tired of being in the room with these people because they were so egregious. I've seen them do things to each other that no adult should do. Now, I didn't burn out because of the workload. Yes, I was running 5 small businesses at once as an executive director. It wasn't the workload. Nah, that's not what burnt me out. What burnt me out was the gossip, the hatred, the gaslighting, the bullying, the abuse burnt me out. The harassment burnt me out.
But when employers cross the line, that's where labor violations come in.
The intimidation burnt me out. The game playing with a business and with people's lives burnt me out. I got burned out watching you try to destroy my employees. I got burned out from trying to keep you from making stupid, illogical, emotional decisions. But let me tell you why I worked so hard for them. I was putting in, at times, 60, 70 hours a week, taking time away from my family. I left when my advice to them, which was legally sound, and don't try to say, oh, ain't practicing law. Shut the hell up. I'm not practicing law without a license. It's not even like that. What it is y'all were doing illegal things. And I kept telling you, that's illegal. And even when you weren't doing illegal things, you were doing things against the policy, which the policy serves its members.